I put a photograph of a red Lamborghini on the table in front of a board member at his own annual meeting and said absolutely nothing. I lived in a condo building for 6 years. Every year fees went up. The lobby carpet never changed. The gym equipment was never replaced. The elevator broke 4 times in 8 months. So I requested the financial records. What I found, $1.6 million, paid to vendors with no websites, no licenses, no employees. 2 of them shared the same registered agent. The reserve fund that should have held $1.8 million, sitting at under $200,000. Then I pulled vehicle registration records for all 7 board members. 14 luxury cars, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Pagani worth over $3 million. All purchased within 60 days of large payments to those fake vendors. I went to the annual meeting and said nothing until he opened the floor. He said the reserve fund stood at approximately $200,000. I said I knew. I asked where the other $1.6 million went. The room went silent. He said it had been used for capital projects. I said, which ones? Because I have 4 years of disbursements and I cannot find a single work order or contractor license for any vendor who received over $50,000. He looked at his ally. His ally looked at the table. I opened my binder. I placed the photograph on the table. The Lamborghini, registered in his name, purchased 60 days after a $300,000 payment to a company with a P.O. box. I said nothing. He said nothing. 2 weeks later, indictments, wire fraud, embezzlement, conspiracy. The state seized the warehouse. All 14 cars went to public auction. Total proceeds, $3.9 million, enough to cover the entire reserve deficit and repair the fire suppression system that 3 elderly residents had been living next to, unprotected, for 2 years. If you own property, request your HOA's financial records once a year. Find the top 5 vendors, Google every single one. The problem is almost never a lack of legal recourse. The problem is that nobody looks.